posture. So now you might have had a neck problem for which you've gone to your doctor or your physical therapist, or you might have a well-meaning friend who might tell you that you should try and maintain a good posture at your neck or your cervical spine. So, why is there so much emphasis on a good posture in the spine? Why do people always say, hey, look up straight and pull your shoulders back, have your back straight? Why is there so much talk about posture nowadays? So let's look at good posture from a different angle. So what happens if you actually have a poor posture? And let's consider the cervical spine, that is your neck. So now what happens is if you let's address what happens if you have a poor posture, and I'll do this in four parts. And I'll talk about four things that can happen. Of course, there are many more things that can happen with a poor posture at the neck, but these are the four general things that can happen and are commonly seen. Now, before we get into this topic for today, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom power coach. I help moms of younger kids who work in high stress executive jobs manage the aches and pains, that is your spinal and joint pain, so your back pain, neck pain, and joint pain that come along with your motherhood journey, either during your pregnancy, your childbirth, or the later toddler years. As moms, we are busy people, so we usually don't have the time or the kind of mental space to dedicate a lot of time for managing our aches and pains. And that is the truth. Being a mom, we are always busy. Working mom, even more busy. So this is where I come in and I give you simple exercises, easy lifestyle changes, and hacks and tips and tricks to help you manage these joints and spinal pain. So, going back to the topic for today, what happens if you have a poor posture at the neck? Now, the very first thing is if you have a poor posture, it can cause a lot of stresses on your cervical spine. So I know this is a very general statement, but let me give you more specific information. So let's look at the very common poor posture pattern at your cervical spine, which is a forward head posture. So you might have seen that many people sit with their neck strained outwards. So if you look at me sideways, my earlobe is in line with my shoulder if I have a good posture. Now, if you are like this, your earlobe is falling way ahead of your shoulder tip. Now, with this posture, what happens is there is a lot of stresses that build up on your cervical spine. And it is said that it has been found out in studies that have been done that every 1 inch you move your neck forward. So if this is my neutral position, I move my head forward by an inch, there is 10 pounds. So that's roughly about 4.55 kilograms. So about 10 pounds of weight that is added to your head. So this is 1 inch. Imagine if you're forward by 2 or 3 or 4 inches, you actually have, for 4 inches, you have 40 pounds of weight on your head. So that is the kind of stress that you're carrying on your cervical spine. Okay. So continuing on with this forward head posture, because this is the commonest postural deviation that or poor posture pattern that you will see at your cervical spine. So when you do this, what happens is your upper cervical spine, it goes into extension while your lower cervical spine is actually bent down. So you're basically like this. So if you do not have this distorted pattern in your cervical spine, you will not be able to look ahead of you. Basically, you will be like this. So your eyes will be down. You won't be able to look in front of you. It's a lot of strain to keep your eyeballs up all the time. So up to the level, because as humans, we need to look most of the times look at this eye level. Okay, so upper cervical spine basically means from your hairline to about the middle of your neck. That is your C1 to about C4, upper to mid cervical. And lower cervical, I was referring to more mid to lower. So that's about the middle of your neck till you have that uh, bony part here where your thoracic spine starts. So that is your C4 to about C7. So you don't need to remember all the details. What you remember is there is a very distorted curve. Instead of this one curve that we have, which is basically a C-shaped curve here in your cervical spine, instead of that, you will have a C shape and then a poking out. So basically, it's a very distorted pattern of the cervical curve. So again, that adds to the stresses on your cervical spine, the muscles, the ligaments, basically the whole area around there. Now, when this starts to manifest, these changes will start to manifest. They will manifest as pain in and around your cervical spine, your shoulder, probably heaviness around the shoulder. If your upper to mid cervical spine, the C0 to C4, that is your hairline till your mid of the neck is involved, then you might even have headaches if the nerves in that area get irritated from these stresses. So moving on, so that was the third point about your muscle. If the muscles in that area, the ligaments, the nerves in that area are irritated, you will have further implications, aches and pains around your cervical spine. If you have a pre-existing cervical spine condition, a neck condition, say you have a disc problem in your neck, that'll get even more exaggerated because of a poor posture. So this is where you have to be even more careful that you maintain a good posture. Now, another thing is, because our body works in conjunction, the body parts work in conjunction with each other. We do not have the neck working in isolation to the upper back, or your cervical spine working in isolation with your thoracic spine. Whatever happens at the neck or the cervical spine will translate down into your thoracic spine as well. So when you have a forward head posture, it is automatic reaction of the body to have these rounded shoulders, and in effect you also round your mid back. So basically you are like this. So there's a lot of tightness in the front of the chest, there's a lot of tension on the upper back muscles and the scapular muscles, and there's a lot of distortion patterns there. So basically it is, or you can, well, in simple language you can say there's a lot of imbalance in the muscles around there. So this is the fourth thing that happens when you have a poor posture in the neck. As I said, there are multiple other things that happen, but these are the four major ones that usually they are commonly seen, and they're usually seen if you have a poor posture at your neck. Now, I have done quite a few YouTube videos. If you are looking for more information on forward head posture, what you can do to maintain a good posture, etc. So if you go to YouTube and put my name Swati Prakash followed by posture or forward head posture or neck pain, it'll come up with all these videos, and you can go through the details of forward head posture and other reasons for neck pain, like your disc problems, like I just mentioned. If you are looking for simple solutions to manage, um, actually achieve and maintain a good posture, so or to manage your neck pain, I have done free trainings within my community, which is of course free to join. I will leave a link in the description of this video about my community. If you're watching me on Instagram, the link is in the bio. So once you join the community, you have access to these trainings. I've done multiple trainings there for neck pain, back pain, a good posture, mid back pain, etc., etc. So there are lots in there, lots of trainings in there that could be beneficial for you if you suffer from neck pain and a poor posture. So have a look. You can join the community. If you have any questions, any comments about this video, please drop them in the comments below and I will address them for you. Alrighty, I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.